Good morning, and I'm with my dear friend Art Bayern with Langley & Benack. Tell me a little bit about all the memorabilia I see, not only around your office, but also on your finger there. Tell me a little bit about that, please, sir.
Well, I've been working for the Spurs over 40 years. Got recruited back in the 70s by a fellow who was an active duty Air Force officer who was running the stat crew for the Spurs. And I said, Bob, I've got two little boys, I'm trying to build a practice, I really can't do that. He said, I'll give you as many tickets as you need, buy your dinner, whatever. So he talked me into it, and I've loved it, and I've been doing it ever since.
Now, Art, I'm going to ask you to show us that ring, because it's just a little too big.
The ring is a result of the 2014 National Championship, and R.C. Buford decided that anybody who had been working for the Spurs for 40 years needed a ring about the size of the players' rings. And so I have one of these 3 rings, and I'm very proud of it, and I enjoy wearing it, and I enjoy telling people about it.
Art, when you're not working with the Spurs and you've got your legal hat on, what's the most common thing that people ask about doing some estate planning?
How can I pass my assets on to my beneficiaries without paying any estate tax? Right now, with the exemption being $11.7 million, it's not quite as important because not everybody has that kind of money. And they're concerned about paying any more than $1 or more to the U.S. government.
In the business that we're in, being in the cemetery and funeral home business, there's so many people that have not actually sat down and done any kind of estate planning. So what would you recommend just to get started, just so that it's not a scary thing for someone to do?
Well, I tell people, even young couples, especially young couples, the less you have, the more important it is to have some estate planning documents, whether it's a will or trust or both, but especially things that if you became incapacitated, somebody could step into your shoes and help you. And that would be a durable power of attorney for financial matters, a medical power of attorney, a directive to physicians to tell the doctors when to pull the plug, and a HIPAA release form that if you go to a hospital or wherever, a healthcare facility, you'd be able to get your medical information to your relatives, to the people that you want to be able to check on you. And frankly, it's much more likely that you're going to be incapacitated than die. So those other documents are just as important, or maybe more important, than a will or a trust, which are only going to happen and take care of your assets when you die.
Art, could you tell us a little bit about the difference between a will and a power of attorney?
A will only comes into being once you're dead. So the only thing that's going to happen with a will is that once you pass away, it's going to be offered for probate, and when it is admitted to probate by a probate court judge, then it will pass your assets to whoever you say under the will. A power of attorney is only good while you're living. So if you become incapacitated, whether it's by illness or in a car wreck or whatever, somebody can step in your shoes and take care of your financial affairs, pay your bills, make sure that your ordinary expenses are paid while you're incapacitated. So the big difference is a power of attorney is good while you're living. A will is only good after you die.
Okay, Art, we have one final question for you, and we want to get a little inside information on how well the Spurs are going to do this year.
I'll have to tell you, you got a very, very young team. One night they look like champs, and the next night they look like a bunch of people you just pulled off the street.
But we still love them.
We still love them and always will.
I always will, that's for sure. Art, we want to thank you so much for your time today and the wisdom that you've given to us today. I mean, it is really priceless. So how do we get a hold of you down here at Langley & Benack?
Sure, Langley & Benack is a well-known law firm in San Antonio. You can get a hold of us by our website, which is www.langleybenack.com, or call us at our estate planning number, which is 210-731-8300, and we'd be happy to help.
Thank you so much for your time today.
My pleasure.
We certainly appreciate you. Take care. Go Spurs, go.
Go Spurs, go.
At Mission Park and Mission Park Cares, we'd like to bring you more programming each and every week.
Yes, just subscribe here or catch us every Sunday morning on Fox 29.
And remember, at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.